Obviously, when it's raining like that, it's something that you got to handle. We didn't handle it today.
Did missing camp factor into any of this at all?
Tough to tell. A lot of variables that go into it.
What's going through your mind right now?
It's 1 week, obviously not up to our standard, not up to my standard, but we got 16 more of them, so we're just going to keep trucking.
Did you have any sense during the week of unease entering in here where something like this you could have maybe seen coming at all, or was it pretty
No, we had a good week of practice. Stuff like this happens. We've been here before. We're going to come back stronger. Going to have a good week of practice, get better this week, come back next Sunday, hopefully get a win.
Zach said that there were good things that he saw from the offense today and from you. What do you think some of those might have been?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Take much for a game like this, though?
Well, it's a rep in the elements that you don't get a lot, and you live and you learn from it. And we're going to come back better. So next time we're in a game like that, we're going to be more well equipped to handle those elements and come out on top.
Joe, it seemed like a couple of times there was miscommunication. I don't know if your end or on the receiver's end, but what did you notice in a couple of those spots where the ball was going somewhere and the receiver wasn't there?
Yeah, that happens in week one. Obviously, those things happen when your quarterback doesn't perform in training camp, and that was obviously something that I would have liked to have done, but there's no excuses. It's obviously not very good today, so we got to be better.
As a whole on offense, Ted, just said the communication you described as poor. Why was it poor, do you think?
Yeah, that's just some week one stuff that happens everywhere. You see it across the league. So that's something that everybody's got to get cleaned up. We got to get cleaned up, and we will.
How much does it help that you went through the slow start last year and all the way over to that you guys overcame that, figured out a way to overcome that?
Yeah, nobody's panicking in here, guys. It's week one doesn't define anybody's season. Obviously, not very good out there, but anybody that watched saw that. But we've been in this spot before. We've come back stronger and had great years, so that's what we're going to do.
Did it feel like coming out of the half, you guys almost were getting into a rhythm offensively a little bit?
Yeah, we had a nice little drive there. We were running the ball well. That's what you got to do in those elements. And then we had miscommunication here and there, and then we didn't come out with any points. And so that was a turning point in the game, I think.
What are they doing to stop T? Obviously, you guys just weren't able to get connected today. Were they having different coverages on them or something that was surprising? Or
They got really good corners. Denzel and Emerson are two of the better corners in the league. I think Newsome is a great nickel too, so they got a great secondary. Obviously, we weren't good enough in me putting the ball in the right place, and in our one-on-one situations, we just didn't come out on top today.
What happened with the offense today?
We just didn't play well enough. Didn't handle the field position or the conditions well enough in the first half. I thought our defense gave us a winning performance. And we just got to be better on offense and special teams.
Conditions, was it just ball was slick?
It was tough for both teams. That's not just us. And so then it comes into managing those conditions, doing a great job running the ball, which I was pleased for the most part with what we did in the run game, and then special teams, the field position. And so I think that they did a better job handling that than we did today, and so you got to give credit to them there.
Zach, what did you see from Joe?
I saw some good things from Joe. That's a really tough defense, and again, it's a real challenge when the passing game is going to be like that. With those conditions, especially in the first half. But I thought we settled down. We just weren't good enough overall on third down. 2 of 15, 3 of 15, whatever it is. That's not a winning. You're not able to extend your drives that way and keep your defense off the field, and that's really what it boiled down to.
Zach, how frustrating some of the miscommunication, pre-snap stuff? I know you harp on that. It seemed like there was more of that than I imagined you probably.
Yeah, there was one time I was late getting the play call in, so we had an illegal shift because we had too many guys moving because the play clock was down. So that one's on the play caller. There's another one we had a legal formation. We were just hugged a little bit too tight, and that thing sometimes can go both ways. But that is what it is. They clearly communicated why that was. So those are the two that really come to mind for me there.
Do you think the time Burrow missed maybe had any impact on some of that? some of the breakdowns today?
Say that one more time.
Did Todd Burrow miss? Did it have any impact on it not clicking?
I don't really think so. I think early on it was immediately a different game than we've had to play in a long, long time, with the rain. And so I only say that because of how it affects both quarterbacks in the game.
How much was his calf maybe an issue going into the game?
You'd have to ask him on that.
What did you see in the Watson draw run right before half?
It's a good check, or a good call, however they had it. It was a good call against the look we had. We were being aggressive, which I like. So I like the call we were in, and again, there are players on scholarship too. They did a nice job executing there.
Weather and the way the offense was going, did that feel huge, that touchdown right before halftime, or did you just feel like the offense was going to click in the second half?
We felt like the offense was going to click. Obviously you don't want to give up a touchdown there, but felt like we had two good drives to start the second half. Went down and kicked the field goal in the first one, and then got the turnover and went down and missed a field goal, I think, on the second one. So felt like we were in a better groove and had some more momentum. Again, the third downs is really what bit us overall in the game.
Was it the weather that kind of limited maybe the full scope of the offense from what you guys can call it?
There's no question, but again, that's both teams there, and so then it becomes a different game where you just got to do a great job managing the field position, winning the kicking game, doing a great job managing your run game, and we all contribute to that being better.
Zach, was there some consideration of going for fourth down and 1 first half at their 40?
No, we were hopeful not to get a touchback there, obviously, and flip the field position. It's a long field goal with those conditions that we were just discussing, and so, we just needed the field to flip in our favor to try to punch in some of those points, and unfortunately got a touchback there, and so ended up being a 19-yard punt or whatever.
In a game like this, you feel field position can maybe be one of the biggest factors in determining the outcome?
I think playing in our division, it certainly is, and then playing without weather, it absolutely is, and so it's twofold there. And again, we didn't, as a team, didn't do a good job of handling all that.
Zach, I know every year is different, but just the last couple of years, the slow starts out of the gate. Do you see any overlap in why this team has had an issue?
I think every year is different.
Rotating DJ Turner and Cheeto, a load management kind of thing?
It is, yeah. So that'll every week we'll have to look at that, but for week 1, that's what that was.
What did you tell your guys in the locker room?
That this certainly isn't the team that we're going to be, and we all understand that. And so there's going to be some things that we have to learn from this game. We're going to be in another type of game like this, whether it's weather, whether it's on the road and things not going our way early. We just got to stick together. But this is a team that knows that, and so there's on our end we all understand that, and we got to quickly put this one behind us and go have a great performance at home next week.
The Browns were pretty open about using Jamar's comments earlier this week as
I don't really care about any of that.
What's that?
I don't really care about any of that.
Were there just not many chances over the middle of the field?
In the middle of the field?
Over the middle.
Yeah, we tried a little bit of everything.